Howdy! Today I'm going to demonstrate how I do this graphic liner look using these thin paintbrushes. These are cheap ones from Royal & Langnickel and a local art store. I like using paintbrushes because they come in a variety of lengths and they're super affordable. They also tend to have a longer handle than most eyeliner brushes. Sorry, this look is a little all over the place. I totally went in with no idea with what I wanted to do. I would say the most important thing is having a decent amount of product on the brush so you can make an even line. You do have to work a little quickly with the Duraline, but I think the time crunch kind of helps with making precise lines. As you can see, I make lots of small adjustments to the line so I don't overwhelm myself and the liner. I'm still trying to work out the perfect Duraline to powder ratio. The two shadows I mixed together are Patina from Clionadh Cosmetics and Siren from Terra Moons Cosmetics. Duraline is a mixing medium from the brand Inglot. You can use any appropriate mixing medium though. NYX, Chirolan, Meron, they all make alternatives to Duraline. Really quickly, I wanted to touch on determining where I draw the liner. It's a lot of trial and error and experimenting where the best placement for the liner is. It's dependent on how much space there is between the lid and brow for my eye shape. I have semi-monolid hooded eyes, so I try really hard not to have too much liner on the actual lid since most of it is going to be hidden. To experiment with it, try this initial shape on your lid and then take a photo of it in good lighting so you can see where your best placement would be. I'm sorry for not including a clip of mixing the powder in Duraline. I tried to film one and it was so shaky and not good and the lighting was very ugly. I'd love to try again in the future when I have the proper equipment to do so. But basically you just scrape any eyeshadow onto a surface where you can mix the powder with the liquid. I tend to add one drop of Duraline first and then depending on how thick the mixture is, I'll add another drop in. For the time being, I like my mixture to be a tad runny, and you want to make sure you break any large clumps of eyeshadow or it will ball up on your face. For eyeliner, especially the tip, where you want it to be sharp, make sure you don't have too much product on the brush. If it's overloaded with product, it will easily be ruined. I like to do flicks of the wrist. If you're pressing down too hard on the lid, the brush won't be at a precise tip, it will splay out. This truly takes time and practice, and it's something I still struggle with even now. Inner corner liner is really fun. I like the shape that it adds to the eye, but I also mess up on it quite often. Like the sharp tip of the liner, we don't want too much product on the brush or it makes it even harder to work with. I don't connect it to any liner on my lid since there is none, and liner on my lid can make my eyes look even smaller. I'm not always trying to make my eyes look bigger, but I don't find it flattering on most eye looks. On me, anyways. This was the first time I've ever lined my under eye area like this. I usually don't since I have some prominent creases, but I wanted to connect the inner corner of the liner to something. Quite easy to follow the shape of the under eye, honestly. also decided to add a little wing to flare at the end of the liner. It balanced the liner a little bit more, I think. The space between my upper and lower eye area is really weird and finicky to work with. That's the first liner done. I love the colors of this and how it turned out. Here's where I fumble a little. So I think what didn't work for me was that the pair of shadows that I combined together turned out to be more icy and silvery than I anticipated. I don't hate icy colors, but it didn't contrast in the way I like compared to the green and yellow eyeshadow on the other eye. Plus, it's not as deep of a color, so the color shift wasn't as prominent. I also got a little cocky here and didn't use a mirror as close to me as I should have, so it turned out more wonky, methinks. For this eyeliner, I mixed Roseline from Clionadh Cosmetics with Starsign from Terra Moons Cosmetics. It's interesting that they look like this mixed together because neither shadow has a strong silver color anywhere. I did properly clean the surface I mixed these shadows on, and I used a separate brush too. I don't have as much commentary to add on the second half of the video, but do let me know if there's any questions or feedback in the comments section. I would be so thrilled to read what you have to say. Have you tried mixing eyeshadow with a mixing medium before? Is it something you'd like to try now that you've seen it? Let me know. Here, I wanted to say that my eyes are two slightly different shapes. One of my eye's lids is more visible than the other, so I have less room to add liner to the lid of my eye. I like to compare how they look to each other while I'm doing my eyeliner. If I was using the same color on each eye, I would be touching up the finished eye to match the eye I'm currently working on so it looks as even as possible. I do have some shimmer shadows I'm not quite as fond of, so I might try mixing those next to see what my results are. If you ever decide to recreate a look of mine, please let me know. I would be so happy to see it and share it. Here's the finished look. Do you have a favorite eye? I would love to know which side you prefer. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope this video was helpful. Once again, leave any questions or feedback down below in the comments. I would be so ecstatic to read and answer any questions. Please subscribe if you enjoyed the video, or just leave a like. Have a good day!